Turning now to Latin America. In Venezuela, the now opposition-controlled National Assembly removed portraits of the former president from the building. The government is strongly criticizing the move, calling it disrespectful. The argument adds to the differences between the presidency and the new assembly. CCTV's Stephen Gibbs reports from Caracas.
For much of the last 2 decades, Venezuela's National Assembly has been adorned with his image. Hugo Chavez, the late president, worshipped by some as the eternal leader of Chavismo, the leftist political movement that, until Monday, had control of this building. But now the images have gone. The opposition is in charge here, and it's ordered a refit. For supporters of Hugo Chavez, the Chavistas, this is tantamount to blasphemy. But the opposition says it's about restoring neutrality.
You can't have the dominant image of one president in a legislative building. This building should reflect the whole story of Venezuela. There are some that see Hugo Chavez as the best president of this country, but there are others who take a different view.
Inside the building, democracy, at its most messy, was in full flow. The opposition defiantly swore in 3 deputies from the Amazon region, whose electoral victory the government is challenging.
What's changed here is not just the composition of the National Assembly in terms of it having an opposition majority, but also access. For the first time in many years, journalists can freely enter.
Just last week, only vetted pro-government reporters were allowed here. Now all are welcome, and it's standing room only. And senior Chavista figures who once stood little risk of having to answer awkward questions from anyone now find themselves besieged when they walk out of the chamber. That doesn't mean all the answers are being given. I asked Diosdado Cabello, perhaps the second most powerful man in this country, why central bank figures, including Venezuela's rate of inflation, are kept secret. He said President Maduro would be giving the information later. That evening, the president did appear on television and announced a reshuffling of his cabinet. Now in charge of the economy is this man, considered a radical leftist. There was no announcement on those economic figures. Everything seems in place for a dangerous showdown here, between a confident parliament with a popular majority and a presidency battening down for what lies ahead. Stephen Gibbs, CCTV, Caracas.